Welcome back. As you know, I love all things power hammers. From the brand new Anyang in the Montana workshop to the 1960s Stanco here, the 1940s Chambersburg in Montana, the 1921 Pilkington air hammer that's outside waiting to be restored, to the 1915 Massey Stee hammer that's just gone through its re-restoration. I love all power hammers, and the history excites me so much. Now, the history of steam hammers is exciting because the first one was actually made in 1840 in Le Creusot, France, by a chap named François Bourdon. There's some contention because apparently he stole the idea from James Nasmyth, who's an English chap, who then filed a patent in 1842. The same B&S Massey that makes this beautiful machine followed shortly thereafter, producing the machines that forged the Industrial Revolution. But here's the thing, what came before the steam power hammer? Was it just a hand hammer, or was there something else? Boy, was there. What there was a water-powered trip hammer. These things are what blacksmiths have used to forge metal faster than a hand hammer for over 2,000 years. I've never seen one operating in real life. I've never used one myself, but tomorrow I'm hopping on a plane to rural Italy to see one and hopefully use it too. We're going to be visiting a beautiful workshop, but I can't come empty-handed. And so today, it's time for me to brush up my forging skills and forge a few hammers to bring as gifts. So, this is how I made a living 10, 11, 12 years ago. I was making hammers. But let me tell you, this is the first time I've made a hammer like this in good 9 or 10 years. So I'm having to dig back into the archives. I must say, if I had this power hammer back in the day, it would have made life so much nicer. Punching these holes under a power hammer has never been easier. The way that I can deliver a single blow on this thing is mind-blowing, and the force of it is absolutely stupendous. See daylight through there, plug is almost out. Oh my goodness, does this bring me back? This is my childhood, but this is my childhood with some way nicer machinery. There we go. So this is one of the really skew whiff eyes. And an old trick for fixing an eye that's off-center is whichever side has bulged out more, you cool it down so that as you drift it and expand it, you make it do all the movement on the hot side. That was so much fun. Very fun to do different styles of hammers. This is like a Tom Clark rounding hammer. Little straight peen, kind of an improved version of this one that I made over a decade ago. Peen is too long here. I think that'll be a much nicer proportion. Little cross peen inspired by, where is it? It's one of my favorite hammers. There we go. This fella here. This is one of my favorite hammers in the rack. And yeah, literally over a decade ago, I made that cross peen to be a new model to put on my website to sell hopefully more things. And that website was built on Squarespace, which is conveniently the sponsor of today's episode. You can try building a website with a 2-week free trial at squarespace.com/forge, and you can get 10% off your purchase when you use code FORGE at checkout. This is all a mega blast from the past for me, trying to get a start doing what I loved, which was forging and hopefully doing it to make a living. Fortunately, Squarespace grows with you as you grow and as your business changes and evolves. Because you see, I started out selling tools, but then I also started selling blacksmithing classes. I was able to do that with Squarespace, and it's gotten better and better as the years have gone on, because you can now easily sell your time with Squarespace scheduling, you can sell unlimited physical or digital products, and you can even run your email marketing campaigns through Squarespace. It's an awesome all-in-one platform, so please go build a website today at squarespace.com/forge. Code FORGE at checkout gets you 10% off your purchases. And with that, get these hammers in a bag, and time to catch a plane to Italy. We have just landed in Pisa, and it's soon time to meet Lorenzo. We are out of here. Hello. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Lorenzo, yes. Great to meet you, Lorenzo. Eduardo. Great to meet you. I'm doing great, man. It's great to see you both. Cheers, guys. There's a proper Italian dinner. Look at Lorenzo's beautiful anvils. What a place. This is Lorenzo's workshop. Carved into the rock. Wow. Faccio il disastro e... Oh my. What a place. Alright guys, welcome to Italy, the mountains of Tuscany. This is going to be an exciting 2 days. We are here to see a blacksmith and his water-powered forging hammer. One of only a handful in the world that are still forging underwater power here in the mountains above Pisa, Italy. So this is a big part of Tuscany, eh? Marble. Yeah. Can you guys introduce yourself?
I'm Emiliano. I'm the captain of this car.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Emiliano. I'm from Rome.
Hi guys,
I'm Pastrana. I'm from Italy.
I've never seen so many cranes in one place in my life.
Yeah,
There's so many factories
Yeah.
working marble. This is so beautiful here. Here we are. Buongiorno, Alec.
Come va?
So here in Tuscany, Italy, is a forge that is 232 years old. Since the 1700s, they've been forging here, and since the age of 8, Carlo has been doing the same, and he still clearly loves to forge. That was an impressive heat. There's a lot of material moved in one heat. Wow. That was incredibly impressive. Oh, that's got some power behind it. And when the water flows, woo, it's rocketing. It is a beast. I had no idea these hammers had so much to them. So much power behind the blow.
Should be interesting to go to see from where the waters come for move all the machine inside the workshop. Because if you go there, you can see the drill. The drill is moved by water as well.
Oh. So the whole workshop runs on water?
The only thing that it don't move with water is Carlo. He said he moved only with wine. He told
And
me.
even the electricity in here is made with water?
Actually, I don't know. We can ask to Carlo. Fatta con a corrente. Yes, as well the electricity works with the water.
Incredible. Please could you ask Carlo how old this power hammer is?
Chiede questo maglio qua. 232 years old. They make the restoration every 40 or 50 years because at the beginning it was made only by wood, but with the wood it moves a lot.
Yes.
So him in the 1960 rebuild again the power hammer, putting all this stuff in iron. There was two trees that grew here in the 17th century. They cut these two trees and make the main
arm.
So
This is an old piece of railroad track.
Del binario di treno.
yes.
So from this piece of railroad track
Quella è la vanguardese.
is going to be a spade like this.
The head is apparently 150 kilos. Incredible.
This is the handle that is controlling the power hammer. It comes across here and then goes through the wall, but is also connected via this chain to these teeth, which means you have to disconnect the handle to pull that out of the teeth, and then the valve opens to let water flow and then lift the hammer, because as this shaft rotates, these splines sticking up from it come and hit the backside of the lever that makes up the arm of the hammer.
A literal tree trunk. Just incredibly beautiful.
To see one of these operating,
And not just operating, but forging has been a dream of mine forever. This is how the world was built until the invention of steam. Every single piece of wrought iron, of steel, was forged down on something like this, if it wasn't done by hand, for 2,000 years.
the head nod to say
that the heat is done. This is the same as in blacksmith workshops all over the world, all through time. So much is communicated just by body language, head nod. Over the noise of these machines running, you can't always speak.
When I do the integral knife, I use for do the choil.
So are you saying you want the cross peen?
Yes, I love it.
You like the cross peen?
Please, yes. It's one of the most beautiful hammer I ever seen in my life. I prefer this to my wife.
So now you're going to curve the steel for the handle?
Yeah.
To make the socket for the handle.
Oh, I hope I can swing a hammer like that when I'm in my 80s.
And there is a spade, forged from an old section of railroad track.
Still going after almost 80 years.
Another big bit in the steel in the next fire. It's a big bit of steel.
Carlo and his nephew have taken some 4-inch square iron and are now turning it into these paddles that are used to cook a traditional Italian dish.
This popular bread during the Second World War that all the people all around here is used to cook. So they forging a lot of this during that period.
Amazing.
I cannot believe it. That hammer just took a piece of 4-inch square to 2-inch square in one heat.
Wow!
Impressive to see an ancient machine like this that move the steel fast and well, like almost modern machine.
Absolutely.
Emiliano use a CNC machine, not hammer. Me and Lorenzo use the hammer.
Che cazzo usi? È sprecato.
There's a fight over who's going to keep the hammers.
This is a self-contained air hammer powered by water.
Pull this lever, water flows, spinning this flywheel, this V-belt, rotating this crankshaft up and down this rear cylinder. There's what looks like a valve at the top, and then an air line running across over the top to the front cylinder that is running the ram up and down, just like our air hammers.
It's made especially for him in the 1974 in a city close here, down the valley.
When this water is flowing, that hammer is running, and it is a torrent. Let's see if we can find the river.
This is how the air is made.
Yeah.
Wow. Right here is the water. And carved out of the mountainside hundreds of years ago was a channel to kind of take the water from the running river and bring it across to here.
And it is then dammed, and underneath there is where the water is let out. You're kidding. All of that power is just that little movement in the surface of the water. If that isn't the perfect way to describe the power of water and gravity, I don't know what is.
Something as gentle and calm as this water that is barely moving can unleash the power of this incredibly violent and powerful power hammer.
And then there's another canal running water over to that tube. The water flows down that pipe,
which generates an air pressure to power the blowers of the forge. There's no fan, it is the air pressure of the falling water that blows the air for the forge. Wow! See if we get wet feet.
This is all hundreds and hundreds of years old, diverting this stream. So, right here is where all the water begins being diverted.
That one?
Yes, that welder.
Yes, it's powered by water.
Are you joking? So that water wheel is powering that belt,
Yes.
which is powering this transformer to make a stick welder. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Devi stare un po' more far and using the hard. Ancora un po'. The hands at the end of the piece. Contento. Oh! Grazie mille. Wow! Beautiful! Guarda, è bellissimo. Bellissimo. Amazing! Wow! That is so cool!
I just forged under a water-powered trip hammer for the first time, and it was unbelievable. I don't really have good words to say right now how I feel, other than incredibly happy. Carlo is making all these shovels from scrap railroad track. There's the bottom, there's the top, and the dies on the power hammer are made out of old train tires. That is the component that is interference fit, shrunk on to a train wheel. That is one of the blocks of a train tire. What a beautiful thing. Now, not only does it excite me that that hammer has existed for 232 years, and may be one of the oldest power hammers running in the world today, but the fact that this, working every day under the skilled, time-served hands of Carlo, is so incredibly rare and is living history. At some point in the future, this is only going to be history. But for now, it is very much the present day. A machine that is by no means just an oddity, a curiosity, there to entertain us for its historical value. No, this machine is a working power hammer. These power hammers built the world that we knew up until the mid-1800s. What a privilege to be able to see it working, and what a privilege to have been able to use it. Carlo, thank you, sir.
While Carlo and I couldn't communicate directly, as we don't share a common language, the language of the forge and the anvil and the hammer and the joy and curiosity of forging steel transcends that. The best part of this trip was meeting Carlo. He is an inspiration to me. And I think we can all dream to have the same passion, motivation and drive that Carlo has to still be working every day well into his 80s. Thank you so much, Carlo, for letting me into your workshop. And thank you, Lorenzo, Emiliano, and Eduardo for hosting me. Check out their Instagrams. They're amazing knife makers. And I'm thrilled to say, now great friends. I'm also thrilled that in my workshop, I now have one of Carlo's spades, forged by him. And a goal of mine is to try and recreate that here in my workshop and see just how much I've learned from seeing him forge over 2 brilliant days. I, of course, offered Carlo one of my hammers, and he politely declined, preferring to use his that he's been using for like the last 50 years. But that did mean that all 3 of Emiliano, Eduardo, and Lorenzo were able to have one. So that's pretty sweet. Thank you also to our sponsor. Please go build a website at squarespace.com/forge. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.